What's going on, guys? I'm recording this on my camera. I'm gonna post it up on YouTube. Listen to this. YouTube released this movie, and it's Waco, over in Waco, Texas, where the FBI ended up moving in on this guy. I can't think of his name. Freaking kills me. You can look it up on Waco. But they moved in on him because he was supposedly anti-government. Which all he was living on his own. He was living off the land. He had his own water. He had his own system set up. His own food. And he had a family up there, which were friends, and basically, you could say a group of people living together, roommating with each other, pretty much, living off the land. And they had guns, and they was there to protect one another. Now, Netflix just posted this. At least I just got a hold of it. And I find it weird and ironic that anything Netflix posts anymore to be on the watch out. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they posted up pandemic. Everybody knows what that is. Right before all this CV stuff started coming out, they had that posted up before all this happened. Okay? Now, all of a sudden, here comes Waco. They post this during what's going on now right here in America. Here's something y'all need to look. Right here is a prime example. Now, Ramos Manuel once said, you can look it up, Google it. I can't quote him, but I'll paraphrase it. You never want a good crisis go to waste because you can't do something. I don't know. You won't be able to get away with something that you can't do without a crisis, okay? I'm not saying they created this or whatever. All I know is if something tragic happens, our government is going to use that to push some bills across to get over on us. And I'm going to show you all right here. Prime example. This is military. This is what military thinks. I'm going to rewind it a little bit here, and I'm going to let you all watch this. So, y'all don't think fear can do a lot, but I'm going to show you it can.
You may not know him, but he sure as hell knows you.
Nope. I ain't helping the goddamn FBI with none of this nonsense.
Now, you know how you move a man? Fear. You figure out what someone's scared of, you can get them to do pretty much anything. Now, these hotheads down here, you know what they're scared of? They're scared.
Crap. Now, did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? That's our military thinking. Now, how do you think they want to move the population? Us. How do you think? Yeah, that's right. You already know where I'm going at with this. You move their emotions. You get them to think. Get them to get scared. Kind of like being a predator. You're the hunter. and you're hunting the prey, you make it scared. What's it do? It panics. It don't know what to do. It gets scared. It starts jumping around. It starts going different places. It's looking for a way out. People are just like that. You get them into a little box. You get them scared. They don't know what to do. They start panicking. They seen that panic. When people start going out to stores and buying up all this stuff and just panicking, they're watching for that. They're watching that. And it worked. People fed into that. People got scared. And the military knows it. The only ones that don't get scared are the ones that are preppers. We're planners. We got all we know how to, of course, fend for ourselves. Those are the ones that aren't scared. And the military are also looking at those people. Now, this whole Netflix thing that came out, I knew right away, once I seen this pop up, during all this stuff that's going on, there's a motive. And already, military is being stationed around in different parts of the state today, right now. Now, just because you don't see them, don't mean that it ain't happening. But military is being stationed around in different parts of the country. And nobody knows why. But there are videos that are out of where people are capturing on camera, on their cell phones, of military Humvees, military vehicles, stuff that would be used in Afghanistan or Iraq. Stuff that would be used for that kind of stuff being placed here on the United States soil. And we are in lockdown. Our constitutional rights, and by the presidential powers, our rights have been suspended. Now, it ain't full martial law lockdown. Anybody knows that knows what martial law really is. But it's a form of martial law that they're using today. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the U.S. Army's really going to be out here patrolling the streets. I haven't seen anybody in my part of the town. But I do know there's military in parts of the country and other towns. Because I'm hearing about it. But this David Caress is his name. This Waco, Texas. That's his name, David Caress. All this man was trying to do was live his life. And live it with a large group of family. Because he needs family to protect him. And that's what the government don't want. They want to separate everybody. They want you all to not think in a group. Because if you think in a group, you're stronger. So they want to divide us. They've always been dividing us. They want to push us apart. Stay 6 feet away, 13 at the most. Don't talk to one another. Don't conspire with one another. Why? Because the government don't like that. We're terrorists, according to them. You know. The good ones, the ones that obey the constitutional rights, are considered terrorists. It's not right. They call well, I say us, but the ones that were raised back in the generations where we come from, our parents were raised right, raised to be brought up on one basic living of life, I guess you could say, which pretty much all of America and my generation was brought up on. And we know our rights, our constitutional rights, and that's what America was founded on, was those rights. And our forefathers that's why the red and white stripes on the flag was put on the flag, was because we shed blood for this country. And that's where the red comes from. The white is the honor, the respect for this country. When we shed that blood, that's where the white comes from. And if you know anything about the Bible, when Jesus comes back and riding on a white horse, that's the respect. That's the honor. Same thing. And then, of course, Jesus wearing a red sackcloth cloth, a garment, I guess you could call it, and it's in red and white. You hear that? There's part of that Christian nation that we were brought up on. But now we got a Marxist government, a socialist government. They're trying to change our thoughts, or bringing up. They're re-educating us through television, they're re-educating your kids through school, which now they're home now, being homeschooled, they have to be. I wonder how much that hates them, or eats at them, the government, being that they're now being home taught and not under the state, a status. So that is, I think that's the word they use, a status. But I don't know. I just wanted to show you that little part. Prime example. Use fear. I'm not saying they ain't using fear. And I'm not saying that this ain't real. All I'm saying is they'll take a crisis and they'll use it to their advantage, to go with it. Our government's always been that way. Always will be. Get over on the people. That's what they want. They want that control. They want that clamp. I'm going to leave it at that. Leave it at that. Y'all take care. Be safe out there. Keep your minds open. An open mind is much better than a closed one. Bye.